Okay, just an update here. I know it's been probably a while since I've uploaded a video on this channel. I think I did like a community post kind of letting people know what had been going on with me, my health conditions. So I don't know if I ever did a video. So I thought I'd do a little update, a little recap on what has been happening, what's going on now. So if you're not familiar, you're probably clicking on this channel, getting workout and tips and info on the SF3. And maybe you're like, why hasn't there been a video in a long time? November 2024, I was working out, 3 days a week, really good shape. I think at that time, I was probably low 160s weight wise. I think the lowest I got was like 156. So I was in really good shape and started noticing like when I was doing squats and some other exercises, especially back exercises, like my lower back was hurting, like it was sore. So I started lowering the amount I was working out, taking out some, things, dropping the squats, not doing so much with the back because like, man, my back is starting to hurt. Then around Christmas, like right after Christmas, I started getting these like back spasms, and spasm doesn't sound so bad. I don't know if spasm is the word. It literally was like, I think what was happening is like a nerve was getting pinched in my back, and it would like send pain through my entire body where I would just freeze up. If I was standing, I'd fall. And it got worse and worse. It would be where if I laid in bed at night, I had to first off, just getting into bed was a pain because anytime I turned or anything, I would have one of these spasms and it was so painful. So if I got into bed, I would have to just lay completely flat. I couldn't even, movement just this little bit, I'd have one, which would suck because then it's like, throughout the night, I'd be like, oh, I gotta get up and go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh my goodness. And Gideon's right here. So I knew somehow I would have one just turning over to try to get out of bed. So I'd have one, in bed trying to get over. Okay, yes, I know. He always wants to be in videos. And then it's like, okay, once I'm rolled over, now I gotta like sit up. I'm gonna have another one. So I'd have like a stool or something because I know I'd have to brace myself. And then I'd finally get up and I would literally walk myself across this red bar here, the squat bar on the SF3, because my bathroom is over here. And I'd probably have another one. And like I say, spasm isn't probably the proper word because it was like the most pain I ever had. And that lasted for like 2 weeks. It got to the point where I was like, I can't sleep in bed anymore. So I started sleeping in my recliner out there because it would keep me propped up a little more. And that helped because I think they pretty much went away. I wasn't noticing them anymore. It got better, but I was sitting there one day and I keep track of all my, my blood pressure, my calories, everything in my watch. And I'm like, my pulse is 155, like literally all day. And I'm like, I have not moved from this chair. So finally around midnight, I went into the ER. They did a blood test. The doctor came back in and said, you have cancer, a blood cancer. So it was immediately, they admitted me. Within a few days, they started chemo, transferred me to another hospital, about an hour from here that deals with that better. Went through 4 over the months, 4 different chemotherapy sessions. After that, there was a little time in between. They got me ready for stem cell transplant, which I had that. So, which for the stem cell transplant, I'm in the hospital. I've got a cat hair there. I think it was a little over 2 weeks I was admitted. And with all the other chemotherapy sessions, I think over the course of like 6 months, I was in the hospital overnight for about 2 months of it. Sucked. Got the stem cell transplant. Then after that, you got to be super careful. My screen turned off. super careful, because basically the stem cell transplant wipes out all your immunity. It kills everything in your body, all your white blood cells, and the cancer cells. So that took a while to recover. So that was in August. I had the stem cell transplant. And here we are, mid-January. So I'm in remission right now. I go in and get my blood checked every month. I do like a maintenance therapy where they hook me up to an IV with a type of cancer drug. And I also take these pills 21 days of the month, Revlimid. So the combination of those two are supposed to help fight the myeloma cancer that I have, keep it from coming back as long as possible. Obviously, you can't cure cancer. It's going to come back. Don't know when. They said average after you have a stem cell transplant is maybe 2 years, give or take, before it comes back. But when I got my stem cell, they take your blood, they remove stem cells from it, and that's what they put back in you. They take enough for 2 stem cell transplants. So when it does start to come back, they'll probably do chemotherapy again for a little bit and then give me another stem cell transplant. The second stem cell transplant will last about half the time of the first one. So if I only make it 2 years before it comes back, the second stem cell transplant will only last me a year. So that's where I'm at right now. In remission, feeling better. The blood cancer I have, multiple myeloma. Well, that's what they first told me. Then they're like, well, actually you have a worse type of it, which is plasma cell leukemia. That was like the first week when I found all about that. They're like, you have multiple myeloma. This is how many years you probably have. Then they're like, well, we looked at it. It's really aggressive. It looks like it's plasma cell leukemia, which is even worse. So, yeah. At any rate, feeling better now, but that cancer, that blood cancer has also, so kind of to go back, those spasms, that pain I was having, where I thought it was just like a pinched nerve from like working out too much, the cancer had formed cancerous tumors in my back. I had like 3 or 4 of them. And I think what was happening is those were like pinching nerves, and that's what was causing the pain. So, and that was awful. So I'm not looking forward to that. I probably won't have to deal with that again till like the end, after all the treatments no longer work. That's going to be awful because, like I said, I can't even move when I have those. So that's going to suck. What was I going to say? So that was what those were. And also what it did is it attacked some of the vertebrae in my back. And that's what some of those initial pain, like in November, I was feeling like where my back was sore. It degenerated some of my vertebrae. So I still deal with that. It's better now. Like after the spasms in the back and things got better, when I was first going through the cancer treatments, I had to use a walker. I still have it here in my room. I don't use it anymore. Like I couldn't walk at all without pain in my back. I'm better now. I can go places. I can do stuff. It does get sore after a little while, but it's getting better. With those vertebrae hurting. So I'm getting back. I finally, within the last, I think it's been about a month now that I've started working out again. Not anywhere like I used to. Like I sit on my bench. I have my bench, as straight as possible. So my workouts are just on this bench alone because I want to, support my back as much as possible. So, I do stand up and I don't have it hooked up, tricep pull down. So I stand up for that, but I don't do anything that I'm putting any load on my back right now. So basically and having gone, almost 10 months or so, probably almost longer than that. Now it's January. It's probably almost a year that I went without really working out at all. So I went from, bicep curls, using, 25 pound dumbbells. Now, when I started back at 8, sitting in here just curling 8s, my roommate, she'd come see me down. She's like, are you serious? You can't be getting any type of workout with 8-pound dumbbells. I'm like, you don't understand. yes, I see you. I'm like, I can barely do these. Like, it wiped out all my strength. So I think now I'm at 10 pound dumbbells. So basically my workout is I'll do the dumbbell curls, 3 sets of like 15 to 20. I'll do some, overhead presses with those dumbbells. So again, the 10 pound ones. I'll do, I'll stupid screen keeps turning off. I'll stick this up as high, put that up as high. I have my rope attachment, do tricep pull downs. I think I have it set on the third plate, like 30 pound, which really it's half that. So, because functional trainers, you divide the weight in half. So it's only like 15 pounds or so. So I'll do those. I also, like right now, I have it set for like a bench press, a seated bench press. Again, only like 30 pounds. I'm doing that. Really lightweight. And it is a workout for me. Like I said, it's been so long since I've worked out, and the pills that I take, the medicine that they give me, like I'm winded right now just talking to you. Like if I get up and walk around and do stuff, like I'm out of breath. Just the littlest thing, I could get up to go get a drink and I'm like, I'm huffing and puffing. It does stuff to your body where, one, that's why, I put on a lot of weight. Like I said, when I stopped working out back in November, I was like probably in low 160s. Now I'm like close to 190. One, because I haven't been able to do anything in like the last year except lay in bed or sit in a chair. So I'm just starting to get working out and try to burn some calories. And also the medication helps put on a little weight. And like I said, with the endurance that it brings it way down, it's hard for me to do stuff. I also have my exercise bike out there. Right before this video, I did 10 minutes on there. I try to do about 20 minutes to a half hour a day. I'm trying to do 500 active calories, keep track of it on my watch, and see what that does. Because like I said, in April, because we took a trip, right after my chemotherapy. I was like, my family's going to Florida. I'm like, this might be my last time I can go. I want to go with you guys. Doctor said it was okay. I bought a new swimsuit. It was a 32-inch waist. My family's going again here in a month. I was like, I feel good. I think I can go too. Went to put on my suit. I'm like, I couldn't even come close to tying it up. I'm like, oh my God. So I ordered a 34. I just got that yesterday and I went to put it on. I'm like, man, should I have gone with the 36? The 34 is almost too tight. I'm like, dude, this is crazy. I need to start working out more, even a little bit. So I'm trying to shoot for 500 calories a day and see what that does. See if that brings down the weight, hopefully a little bit. If that doesn't, hopefully just from doing that, it'll get my endurance up a little better. Maybe I can do a little more and, shoot for 800 calories. We'll see. It's ridiculous right now how much weight I've put on. So tiny steps. Again, I don't know how much I can do as far as videos to show you stuff. If maybe I'll do some videos just showing the exercises I do for other people that are going through this, that have cancer, that have basically their life flipped upside down. And they're like, dude, I can't work out the way I used to. What can I do to at least get some exercise? So maybe I'll do something like that. If you have any questions or comments, just, leave it down below. But like I said, as of right now, doing good, feeling better than I have in like a year. So hopefully, all the stuff that I'm taking keeps the cancer away as long as possible. And I just get better and better, back into shape, and lose this gigantic freaking pillow on my stomach because it sucks. So until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day.